Hi, Phonics friends. Welcome back. Today, we have an exciting vowel sound. I want you just to look at our first page on our phonics slide. Yeah, I'm looking at it and I see 4 letters. Oh my goodness. I know you're thinking, Mrs. Steck, what in the world are you giving me now? Boys and girls, I know that this is going to be difficult. And usually I pull up a video now and I show you this cute little video for the sound. But as I was exploring YouTube and looking for videos that I really liked to match, I couldn't find any. It's not that I couldn't find any videos, but I just couldn't find anything that I thought was good enough to be able to show you so that you would understand. So today, we are just going to go through Mrs. Steck's video without a side note video. The video in the video, we're not going to do that. So today, you're just going to get me. Now, I'm a little nervous because I know when you're looking at these, you're saying, oh, what is that sound? That looks like 2 vowels go walking. The first one says E. So it's Eigh. But I really don't have any schema for Eigh. Like I've never really heard a word that says that. I know because that is not the sound. This is going to blow your mind. Some of you already know this sound, but some of you really you don't. And I know that this is going to blow your mind. So I put on my screen, this is mind blowing. And I had to have like this mind blowing explosion sound. I know. It is mind blowing. And so today, to build your schema, I want us to talk about the number 8. So every now and then, Miss Anderson and I agree on a couple of things, but usually she doesn't let me enter into math land. And I don't let her enter into reading land because we can't do each other's subject. We sometimes struggle with it. But today, I am going to introduce you to the number 8. Now, I know you know the number 8. You learned the number 8 when you were in kindergarten or first grade, and I know that you can recognize that this is the 8. However, we're going to mix math and reading together. I know, I got to do it one more time. I know, mind blowing, right? We are going to mix math and reading because on this video right here on this screen, if it will let me, I am going to spell out the number 8. Look at that. Eigh says A. Just A. So you're saying, Mrs. Steck, why in the world didn't they just put an A there? Well, because the English language is cray-cray, and they couldn't just put an A there because there are words that need the EIGH. So this is going to be one of those times when you cannot use a strategy to help you sound out the word. We can't do 2 vowels go walking. We can't do just on the end, add a Y. We have to learn that this chunk of sounds is A. There's no A even in it. I don't know why they did that, but that's what they did. The people who made the English language decided that we would need EIGH to say A. I know, crazy. But today, that's what we're going to do. We are going to learn about a few words that say A using EIGH. Okay, so here we go. Our learning target today is we are going to create real words using a hunk and chunk so that we can learn to sound out words. I will know I have it when I can create words that have EIGH in them. All right, so here we go. The hunk and chunk E-I-G-H. Now, this is a crazy looking pattern, but when we see E-I-G-H in our mind, we're going to have to learn that it does say the long A sound. All right, so let's look. We have two words that are in our sentence today. The 8 of us went to see our neighbor. Let's say that together. The 8 of us went to see our neighbor. Now, you don't usually say neighbor like that, but I just did it for emphasis so that you could see E-I-G-H says nay, A, and then you're going to put burr on the end, neighbor. Okay, so there are not a whole lot of E-I-G-H words. There are some that we can make together. So let's go ahead and let's make some of the words so that we can, as we write them, remember them. So if you'll remember at the beginning of the year, Mrs. Steck said that there are some researchers that said not only if you look at it, not only if you listen to it, but if you look at it, listen to it, and write it, you will remember it over 80% of the time. So we have to do all of that. We have to listen, we have to look at it, we have to write it. So let's put E-I-G-H-T 8 on our board. 8. And yes, this one is a little bit more of a challenge for Mrs. Steck to use writing backwards so that you see it correctly when I flip it around. All right, so we're going to write 8. Now, there are some words that I want you to look at in our chart that have E-I-G-H in them. And you can see that they're all over the place. They might be at the beginning of a word, in the middle of a word, closer to the end of the word when we use the T at the end. So we right now on our board have 8. If you look beside 8 on our chart, now we have wait. So we're just adding a W to the beginning. So leave 8 where it is, but just add a W to the beginning of that word. So that is wait. Okay, and this is not the stop, wait a minute. This is the weight like how heavy something is. Okay, how heavy it is. So how much does it weigh? Now, if we did weigh, W-E-I-G-H, we would only have to take off the T. So take the T off of your word. Now look at it. W-E-I-G-H says wa-a. This, all of this just says a. W-a. Yep. Weigh. Okay. Now, what I want us to do is I want us to leave the E-I-G-H. And I've got to move mine over. So give me just a second. E-I-G-H. So now I'd like for you to put, let's do the S-L. Let's do the S-L. So do your S first. Sl. So we got to blend. So let's do the sl. Sl-a. What's that word? Sleigh. Yes. And pretty soon in the next couple of months, you may need a sleigh to go use in the snow. Sleigh. Good. Let's go ahead and leave E-I-G-H at the beginning. Let's put that T back on, and let's put an H with it. So I want you to put a T-H at the end, and I'm having to squeeze mine in. So you have E-I-G-H, T-H. So this is 8th. So we know 8 is the number 8. This is 8th. So you are in the 8th place in line. 8th. Okay. So you can go ahead and practice some more of those with your teacher today, or even make this list on your whiteboard to help you with the activity. Excuse me. Today for your activity, it says, can I read these words? So we're talking about the box words today on your paper. Can you find a 3-syllable word? Tomorrow. 3-syllable word. If you can, you're going to circle it green. Can you find a 2-syllable word? Today. If you can, you're going to color it orange. Can you find 1-syllable words? Way. That would be a 1-syllable word. You're going to color it yellow. So you're going to do a little bit of extra with that box than we usually do, but still reviewing syllables. Okay, so as you're doing your reading and you're thinking, just looking at words today, make sure you're thinking about syllables. How many syllables would that word have? November. It would have 3. October. It would have 3. So just keeping that fresh in your mind so you can remember it. All right, so this was a crazy lesson. I hope I helped you to remember that EIGH says A, and I hope you'll be able to find some A words in your reading or around the house. When you find one, make sure you tell somebody, hey, that is an A word, EIGH word. Good. All right, I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.